What's good, everybody? Today, we're going to learn about how to find a point that corresponds to the ratio of a line segment. So this is just a basic example. You can skip ahead if you want to the actual problems, but this problem right here just kind of get the concept of how directed line segments, how to solve these kinds of problems. So say now we have this one-dimensional line from A to B, where A is 0 and B is 9. And you want to find the point that divides this line segment into the ratio 2 to 1. Now, your first step is to convert the ratio to a fraction. So, because a ratio, it's two equal parts, it's two parts to one part. So there's three total parts we can see. So in order to convert a ratio into a fraction, all you have to do is take the first part, the part you want to convert, which is the 2, and then you just divide that by the whole thing. So the two numbers, or like the ratio, the things, numbers in the ratio, just add them up. In this case, the numbers in our ratio is 2 and 1. So we just add it up and we get 2 out of 3. Next, you want to find the distance between A and B. And in this case, this is just going to be 9. Now, what you want to do is you want to multiply the fractional ratio, in this case, which is 2 out of 3, by the total distance, which is 9. Because we want to find out the proportion of that whole entire distance. So we take the whole distance and we multiply it by the proportion. And then when we do that, so 2 out of 3 times 9, we're just going to get 6. And then finally, all you have to do is just add the 6 back to your original point. So our original point is A, because we're supposed to find the point from A to B. So make sure to read the problem carefully, because if it's finding the point from B to A, the answer would be different. So since we're finding the point from A to B, we're going to add 6 to A. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's our answer. Our point is going to be on 6. Now this problem, you just have to apply the same concepts that you did for the last problem. So first, because this is a graph, you have to find the change in x and the change in y. So how much has x changed from A to B? Well, x went up 7. And how much has y changed? Well, y has changed by 4. It went up 4, you see? So, first, we found our changes in x and the change in y from these 2 points. Now we have to convert this ratio into a fraction. And 4, 3, there's 4 parts to 3 parts. So there's going to be 7 total parts. So our fraction is going to be 4 over 7. Now we just multiply the total distance of x, total distance of y, by the fractional ratio. So 7 times 4 over 7 is just 4. 4 times 4 over 7 is just 16 over 7. And then we just add the 4 and the 16 over 7 back to our original point, which is negative 4, 2. So when we do that, we're going to get negative 4 plus 4 equals 0. And 16 over 7 plus 2, well, that's just going to be 30 over 7. So our final answer is going to be 0, comma 30 over 7. And you see how this problem is essentially almost the same as the first easier problem we did, except that all we had to do was find the change in the x and the y direction. So not just the x direction. Let's do one more practice problem. So determine the point C that splits this directed line segment BA up to a ratio of 2, 3, where B is 4, negative 4, and A is negative 5, 4. Now remember, the order matters. So we're going from B to A this time. So from B to A, our x value changes by negative 9, and our y value changes by 8, positive 8. So then we gotta make the ratio into a fraction once again. So it's 2 parts out of a total of 2 plus 3 parts, which is just 5 parts. So 2 out of 5 parts in total. That's our fractional ratio. Then all we got to do, once again, multiply the fractional ratio by the changes in x, and then multiply the fractional ratio by the change in y. So 2/5 times negative 9 is just going to get us negative 18 over 5, or negative 3 and 3/5. And when we multiply positive 8 by 2 over 5, we get 16 over 5, or 3 and 1/5. Now we just add it back to our original point, and because it's segment BA, we add it back to point B, which is 4, negative 4. So first we add negative 3 and 3/5 to our x value, and we're going to get 2/5. Then we add our 3 and 1/3 positive value back to our negative 4 value, and we're going to get negative 4, 5. And I hope y'all enjoy the video. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one.